Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did the time go? One moment, you're full of energy, feeling invincible, and the next, your knees creak when you stand, and you wonder why you walked into a room in the first place. Life moves fast, and if you're in your 50s or beyond, you might have started thinking about how to make the years ahead as healthy, happy, and fulfilling as possible. Well, let me tell you something. I'm 80 years old, and if I could go back in time to my 50s, there are 5 things I would make absolutely sure to do. These aren't just random tips. They're the things that have kept me active, sharp, and enjoying life well into my later years. And the good news? It's never too late to start. Whether you're 50, 60, or even pushing 70, making a few key changes now can add years, good years, to your life. So let's start with the first thing you absolutely need to do. Move your body every single day. Now, I'm not saying you need to run marathons or lift heavy weights, but here's what I've learned. Our bodies were designed to move, and the moment we stop using them, we start losing them. I've seen it happen. Friends who retired and thought they'd finally relax, only to find that after a few years of sitting on the couch, their strength faded, their balance got worse, and suddenly, even simple things like getting out of a chair felt like a struggle. But on the other hand, I've also seen what happens when people stay active. A good friend of mine, George, started walking every morning at 55. Just 30 minutes, nothing crazy. Now, at 78, he's still walking, still independent, still full of life. The key is consistency. It's not about working out for an hour once a week. It's about moving every single day. Walk, stretch, dance in your kitchen if you want to. Just don't let your body become stagnant. Now, here's the second thing. Don't let stress take years off your life. I know, easier said than done, right? Life comes with its fair share of worries, money, health, family, all of it. But if there's one thing I wish I had learned sooner, it's that stress is a silent killer. It raises your blood pressure, weakens your immune system, and even messes with your memory. And let's be honest, most of the things we stress about never even happen. So how do you handle it? I found that the best way to keep stress in check is to have outlets. Some people meditate. Others take up hobbies. For me, it's been journaling. Every morning, I sit down with my coffee and write. Sometimes it's just a few thoughts. Sometimes it's a full page. But getting those worries out of my head and onto paper, it's like giving my brain a reset button. Another thing that helps, laughter. I make it a point to laugh every single day. Whether it's a funny movie, a joke from a grandkid, or just reminiscing about the good old days with friends. Laughter is like medicine. Science even backs it up. It lowers stress hormones, improves heart health, and can even help you live longer. So whatever you do, find time to smile. And that brings me to the third key to living longer, staying connected. Loneliness is one of the biggest threats to our health as we age, but too many people ignore it. We get busy, we lose touch, or we convince ourselves that we don't need people as much anymore. But trust me on this, having strong relationships isn't just nice, it's necessary. I learned this the hard way. In my 60s, I lost touch with a lot of people. Life happened, and before I knew it, I was spending too much time alone. It wasn't until I made an effort to reconnect with old friends, with community groups, even with younger people, that I realized how much I had been missing. Having people to talk to, laugh with, and share life with, it keeps you sharp, it keeps you young, and yes, it literally helps you live longer. So if there's someone you haven't spoken to in a while, pick up the phone. If you don't have many friends nearby, join a class, volunteer, or even just chat with neighbors. The effort is worth it. All right, we've covered 3 key things so far: staying active, managing stress, and keeping your social connections strong. But there's still more to talk about. And trust me, these next 2 are just as important. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. What you put on. When I was in my 50s, I wasn't looking as much, and I just felt lighter. So what's the secret? It's actually pretty simple. You want to eat foods that fight inflammation, support your heart, and keep your brain sharp. That means plenty of fresh vegetables, good sources of protein, healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, and cutting back on sugar and processed foods. One of the biggest game changers for me, eating more fiber. It's like magic for your digestion, keeps your cholesterol in check, and even helps with blood sugar levels. Foods like beans, berries, and whole grains, those should be on your plate every day. And don't forget about hydration. You'd be surprised how many people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond don't drink nearly enough water. Dehydration can make you feel tired, foggy, and even cause joint pain. If you're relying on coffee and soda all day, switch it up, drink more water, herbal teas, or even add lemon to your glass for a little extra flavor. Your body will thank you. Now, there's one more thing that has a huge impact on your longevity, and it's something most people don't think about until it's too late, your sense of purpose. I can't tell you how many people I've seen retire, settle into a routine of watching TV all day, and slowly start to decline. It's not just about staying busy. It's about having a reason to wake up in the morning, something that excites you, challenges you, or gives you a sense of fulfillment. For some, it's learning something new, taking a painting class, picking up a musical instrument, or even just reading more books. For others, it's about giving back, volunteering, mentoring younger people, or spending time helping in the community. One of my good friends, Alice, started taking up gardening in her late 50s. At first, it was just a hobby, but now, in her 80s, she says it's the thing that keeps her feeling young. She's outside every day, moving her body, growing her own food, and feeling connected to something bigger than herself. Having a sense of purpose isn't just about feeling good. It's scientifically proven to help you live longer. People with strong purpose tend to have lower stress, better mental health, and even healthier hearts. So if you're in your 50s or 60s and you're not sure what your purpose is, take some time to think about what excites you. What do you love doing? What makes you feel useful, engaged, or connected? Whatever it is, lean into it. It'll do more for your longevity than you realize. Now, we've covered a lot: staying active, managing stress, keeping strong relationships, eating right, and finding purpose. But there's still one final key to living a longer, healthier life, and trust me, it might just be the most important of all. There's one last thing I want to share with you, and in many ways, it's the most important, because you can eat all the right foods, exercise daily, and even have strong relationships. But if you don't have this, none of it will truly matter. I'm talking about your mindset. Now, I know that might sound a little vague, but hear me out. The way you think about aging, the way you approach each day, has a profound impact on how long and how well you live. I've met people in their 50s who already act like they're old. They talk about what they can't do anymore, what's too late for them, and they expect their best years to be behind them. And you know what? That mindset becomes their reality. They stop trying new things, stop challenging themselves, and before long, they start to decline. But I've also met people in their 80s and 90s who are full of life, full of curiosity, and excited about the future. They don't see themselves as old. They see themselves as evolving. And because of that, they keep thriving. It's not about pretending that aging doesn't exist. Of course, our bodies change, but it's about how you respond to those changes. Do you see them as an excuse to slow down and fade away? Or do you adapt, grow, and keep living fully? One of the best things you can do is adopt what I call the why not mindset. You want to start a new hobby? Why not? Want to take a road trip? Why not? Want to learn how to dance, pick up a new language, or even start a small business? Why not? I'll tell you this: every year, every moment is a gift, and the people who live the longest, healthiest lives are the ones who embrace it. They don't let fear stop them. They don't let society tell them they're too old. They choose to keep growing, keep laughing, keep learning. And you can do the same. So let's take a quick moment to reflect. Over the past few minutes, we've talked about the 5 things you can start doing right now to live longer, healthier, and happier. Stay active, eat well, maintain strong relationships, find purpose, and above all, keep your mindset strong. Now, here's my challenge for you. Choose one of these things and take action today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you call an old friend. Maybe you sign up for a class you've been curious about. Whatever it is, do something that moves you closer to the life you want to live. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more ways to stay healthy and vibrant as you age. Also, drop a comment below. What's one thing you're doing to stay strong and happy after 50? I'd love to hear from you. Here's to a long, healthy, and joyful life. You deserve it.